You wanted her to make a Christmas list, so she made one. I've been listening to malicious compliance stories for a while now, and I was inspired to post one of my own. This is a short and sweet little story that my dad likes to remind me of around the holidays. For some background, I was 9 years old when this happened. My dad's side of the family will travel to my grandparents' house for Thanksgiving. We would often have our Christmas wish lists ready by this time. And when Christmas would come around, we would meet back up at my grandparents' and exchange gifts. The thing is, I'm really bad at coming up with gift ideas, whether it's for others or for me. So I hadn't come up with anything when the time came to exchange wish lists. My dad noticed this, so he and my grandma approached me to request a list. So, I complied, maliciously. I wrote down a list of things that little me wanted. I can't remember everything that I put down because it was 12 years ago. But I do remember a few. While some of the items were normal things that a 9-year-old girl would want, I also had a few more exotic requests: wolf, tiger, dolphin, dragon, and many more. There's no way that they or anyone else in my family could have gotten of those. Once I finished, I handed the list over to my dad. Needless to say, he was pretty shocked when he read through it. But my grandma was able to appreciate my little malicious compliance, replying with the title quote. Looking back on it, I think it's hilarious how sassy I was. And even after all that, I still suck at making my own Christmas lists. My son, 13, made a list this year that included get taller, new sister. He did generously offer to trade in his current 12-year-old one when I said 2 children was plenty for me, and new house among the more normal requests. I can remember when I was about 8 or 9. I wanted a pony. Our house had a big backyard and I said there was room for him to graze. We could put up a fence and build a house for him. My mother gently told me this was not going to happen. As usual, my mom and I spent Christmas at Grandma's. We get home. Dad said there's a surprise in the backyard. I ran out there. There was a full-size horse. I recall my mother just standing there speechless. A rare occasion. And Dad led me over to pet it. We had her about a week. Dad let me ride it. It eventually ended up at a friend's farm who could take care of it. Found out years later that the pawn shop Dad worked at gave a loan to the owner of the horse so he could have Christmas money. The friend was the owner. Edit. This is a small town in Texas. Not unusual for someone on the edge of town to have a horse. I would have complied and you'd gotten all the stuffed animals I could afford. LMAO. Laughing face. What's the fallout? I remember my daughter giving me a similar list about a decade ago. She got them too. She got stuffed animal dragons and wolves and a tiger.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.